Hello, race fans, and welcome to the spectacular season finale of the F1 Lads League. I am Zabi, and after a season of unbelievable drama, it has all come down to this. 4 races across one incredible weekend to decide our champions. And what a unique format we have for this finale. We have 3 high-intensity wildcard sprint races, followed by a grand finale, the feature race at the Yas Marina circuit. The track for the 3rd sprint race will be selected and revealed live right here today, adding a thrilling layer of unpredictability. But the focus today is firmly on the 2 championship battles, Red Bull versus Mercedes and Mappa versus Roda. Let's start with the constructors. It is an astonishingly close fight for the title after 10 hard-fought weekends. Red Bull lead with 262 points, but Mercedes are breathing down their necks, just 3 points behind on 259. It's not far away. Then for 3rd place, it's Ferrari, and 4th, it's McLaren. That's going to be a fight for that one as well. But and to understand the magnitude of this, you have to look back at the season's journey. Red Bull have led this to Constructors' Championship since week 3, looking utterly dominant for much of the year. Mercedes, by contrast, were sitting last in the standings after that same weekend. They have mounted a sensational comeback to bring this fight down to the final 4 races to give themselves a chance at the title. And in the Drivers' Championship, Ferrari's driver Mappa holds the advantage with 169 points, but Mercedes' ever-consistent Roda is in 2nd with 142 points. The 27 points gap is significant, but with a maximum of 44 points up for grabs for a single driver this weekend, it is mathematically still possible for Roda to have a go at him. The storylines are immense. Can Mappa hold his nerve to secure the driver's title for a 4th season in a row? Can Roda pull off one of the greatest comebacks in the league's history and in the biggest battle of them all? Will Mercedes complete their season long climb to glory, or will Red Bull hold on to be crowned the 2025 F1 Lads League Constructors Champions? The first of 4 qualifying sessions is just moments away. Every grid position, every point, every single lap matters now. It all ends here as we wait on to get on for a first qualifying of the weekend.
Ready up, B.
Recording on boards.
Yeah, over record. Good luck, lads. Fuck. Hey, what's the breaking point here at the first corner?
You got your spreadsheet.
Yeah, I got my headset on, bro.
Or is it feeding in the breaking points?
No, I got the line for that.
And we have our first race at the sprint race then. It is going to be at Kota. This is definitely going to be providing us some good action here around the US Grand Prix at Austin, Texas, as we are just waiting for drivers to get out on track and for us to see some action.
Good luck.
Pensar.
And we have cars out on track already. It's the McLaren of Sheehan at the moment, going fastest, but we'll see how the positions are going to be switching up into turn 1 already. We're going to see Newey G leading up into the first corner, but he drops down before the exit of it. So it's going to be pretty much neck and neck. It's left for it. No, he has been pretty dominant in qualifying, so we're just seeing him going very fast as well so far through the S section, trying to keep it as clean, as smooth as he can for 25.5 in the first sector. Has he invalidated? He might have, though. As we saw the red on that mini-map, that means he might have just invalidated. Invalidation has been the issue that has denied him a couple of pole positions, along with a few race wins because of some mistakes. But at the moment, it is going to be the championship contender, Rhoda, in P1. Meanwhile, Mappa is just about in P5. He's far away from him then. So Nui and Rhoda switching back and forth so far. But who is it going to be? Heading towards the final sector now. Nui to the end of it, 104.099, but he drops down a little. Is the Mercedes duo of Rhoda and Kalpa, but who is it going to be still neck and neck? These corners are pretty, they're very slow speed corners, some of them very fast, the final ones, but still, now this could be all to decide for. Is it going to be Kalpa? Is it going to be Mappa? Nui Rhoda? Who is it going to be on pole position? Kalpa currently holds the lead, heading towards the final corner. Is it going to be him or his teammate? It will be Rhoda to take pole position here at Kota for Rhoda to take the fastest time of the session, 1:35.4, and get himself secure for the first race of the night and get himself pole position. Just by over 600ths of a second then for Rhoda, the teammate in P2 to Mercedes front row knockout. With Nui in P3, followed by Mappa in P4. Then comes Sheehan and Shahan with Laf and Daddy without a time on board.
Wow. This is over, I think. I think the championship's done, isn't it?
Fucking strong start.
Wow.
Clean racing, boys, everyone. Please.
Kalpa, have you slept or you just been practicing F1, bro?
Not baked, bro. I'm not baked. It's driving with a handicap all fucking season.
Keep it clean, lads. Nui, just so you know, I'm going in to dive first because, you know, my championship's on the line here.
Are you behind me?
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Hey, Nui, I'm not going to take this first corner. You take it, yeah?
Yeah, you don't take it. I'll go straight past you.
Yeah. Hey, turn right, yeah, at the end of the street.
Yeah. Alright, real talk. Good luck. No incidents, yeah? Because incidents kind of fucking ruin the whole stream.
And we are here already for our first race of the weekend so far. Here it's going to be Rhoda on pole position. Gets a good start. So does Prodigy. So does Nui. They're heading towards turn one. He might be going into the lead of the race so far. On the inside line, sends it. But round the outside, Rhoda just keeps it on track to keep himself out of any trouble there. As Nui has jumped up Kalpa at the start already. Meanwhile, Mappa hasn't been able to gain a position so far. We have seen him do the magic at the race starts and throughout, gaining positions throughout the race, but that hasn't happened yet so far as they all head towards the S section, keeping it as close as they can and be very close to one another. Meanwhile, Sahan Lafforet in that McLaren has gained quite a few positions already into P5, and now the pressure is going to be on Mappa along with Shahan right behind as well, so that's going to be interesting to see who does it better. It's Rhoda currently leads the race so far. Is it going to be a chance for Mappa to go down the inside line? Yes, it is. He might just go for it on the inside line late on the brakes, and the championship leader sends it late into the heavy braking zone and gets himself into the podium places so far. But for how long is that going to be? As we are just waiting so far at the moment to see any movement in the race lead, though, because we haven't quite seen that just yet, as we are waiting for Nui G to get any closer to Rhoda at this point. Meanwhile, one more Kalpa gets round the outside of Lafforet. Lafforet might have been on the inside of that Mercedes to get through, but he hasn't let him get past at the moment, as Kalpa just manages to stay ahead and keep B in fourth place so far. But It won't be too long before we see many moves coming up, as at the moment we're going to see Mappa right behind Nui G. Only 2 tenths separating the two drivers, so definitely there's going to expect some movement when there's going to be the DRS enabled. It won't be enabled, of course, only slap. It gets enabled after 3 laps, so on the next one it's going to be, but the gap is close enough, and if he just to give himself just that extra speed to get himself through into second place, which is going to be helping him 1 second to the leader even after this one. But this is going to be pretty exciting this time around. It might not be close enough though, but we are yet to find out, because definitely he's going to be missing that DRS for him to have any chance at this one at this point. And as it stands, he does indeed have that so far. So interestingly, he's not yet through, but now Nui G and even Rhoda now only 5 tenths separating the two so far. So that is interesting as it stands. As we get on, meanwhile, the other Ferrari of Aranga is in P7, along with Sheehan in P8 in those bottom 2 positions. But Sahan at the moment in P5, right behind Calpine. That Mercedes just not yet able to get through. But the DRS, remember, now gets enabled, and all those within 1 second of each other are going to be pretty exciting, as Nui G, as Rob Mappa already gets past Nui G and gets himself in the second place before the DRS gets enabled. DRS does get enabled, but it wouldn't have been enabled or available on this specific straight. But now the back straight, the main overtaking zone, generally here are usually around Kota, which is a place we see many overtakes, be it with or without DRS, but definitely with that rear wing opened and extra speed to these drivers is going to be very crucial, considering Rhoda and Mappa fighting, giving up for that championship. Oh, that was close there. For a moment, you'd have thought that Mappa's going to go to the back of that Mercedes there. You have to say that both of them are fighting. Both of them want to finish ahead of one another, and are we going to see a move coming up from Mappa here down the inside line? He's not going to wait any opportunities and going to send it on the inside line, but has he run wide? Yes, he has. That might allow Rhoda to come back at him, but now he might have just kept it together to keep it to himself. Or are we going to see Rhoda to come back at him, though? That was a brave move from Mappa there. Send it on the inside line, and now Rhoda might just have a chance. This little section, the final sector here around Kota, is a place that if you're very close with another car, you get a lot of opportunities to go side by side and regain your position. And now, once more, Rhoda just send it on the inside line. He's going to be through, but that might have just been tricked by Mappa there, because now he's going to get his rear wing open. Or no, in fact, he will not get that open for a moment. That decision point, I thought for a moment, was going to be behind where he overtook him, but no, it was not. Rather at that specific position, and that got Rhoda the position and that DRS as well. So Mappa just about wants to play it safe and not being too aggressive just yet. Having, of course, 2 more sprint races and a whole feature race at Abu Dhabi remaining. So wants to keep it clean, wants to keep out of it so far. Meanwhile, Sahan's going to be right behind Kalpa at this point. Definitely Mercedes needs Kalpa, the other car, to be out at the top as well. But then McLaren's for Sahan doing pretty much all he can for this team, but they just have not been able to do a lot that they would have wished for throughout the season. So they have not been able to lead or get anywhere near the top 3, currently in P4 in the championship. So it's interesting. Meanwhile, Alfred does get past the Mercedes of Kalpa. Meanwhile, are we going to see Shahan go for it as well? Down the inside line, he sent it there. That was quite close between the two there, but just about does enough to keep out of it and keeps it to himself. Lap 4 out of 5 at the moment, and just about seeing these guys go for moves, go for positions, and try to switch up things. As Mappa still keeps it stays right behind Rhoda so far. So, considering things, I mean, coming into this race, looking at things, of course, not only the fight for the driver's title, but the constructor's title is also every time a Red Bull and a Mercedes are near each other. Remember, they are separated by just 3 points. This battle is the culmination of an incredible season-long story. Red Bull have led since week 3, looking unbeatable at times. The Mercedes have mounted a sensational comeback from last place in the standings to challenge for the crown on the final day. It is a story sustained of dominance versus relentless resilience. Meanwhile, this one little we could be seeing a move coming up from Mappa on the final lap of the race. How are we going to see him? He's got DRS open. They're all moving around left and right, but around the outside. Who's going to be late on the brakes, though? He got the outside line, but has he went late enough? No, he hasn't. Rudder's just got the inside line and just about defended it, but now to the next corner. He's going to have that inside line. Meanwhile, what is up in there at the back? We might have seen a bit of an incident, but the leaders might have been. Or are we going to see Laverit now go for it on the inside of Mappa? Because for a moment, we could have thought Mappa has went for it and made that move, but that might not have been the story so far. Because as it stands, 8/10 over to the next car. Rhoda, the driver, coming into this one, second in the standings, comes around the final corner now, took a pole position, and now going to win the sprint at Austin and take that win in the first sprint race of the weekend. Followed by Mappa in P2 with San in P3. Then comes Nui G in P4.
Trying to get my place back on a spun. Oh.
No.
A bit of wind in the straight there, Samir. What do you reckon?
I caught it right at the end of you. You were basically off track, I think, when I came on. So I didn't really see what happened, man. So I don't know who we went.
That's all right. We'll let it go.
What do you reckon?
Well, I thought it was excessive weaving. What do you reckon, Rodder?
Nah, no way. I was never in the way.
Nah.
Fuck, it was good racing though from all of you guys.
Fucking love tap me twice there, son.
Yeah, man. You, backed out of it though. Didn't want to interfere too much.
Nah, fair call.
There was almost a collision between.
Ended.
Kalpa, I didn't think you were going to get that place back like that. Fuck.
If you got the stream up, I'm pretty sure you'll see live standings.
Is the stream ended though? Apparently the stream's not working.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Fifth lap. On the 5th lap.
Let me sort that out then. Hold on.
Hang on. Oh no, it's working on YouTube. Yeah, I would.
Right.
I think it's just Instagram.
These are your results for the first sprint race of the night so far. Then Rhoda has gotten that victory ahead of Mappa, who's got the fastest lap though. But definitely how long is that going to be helping him? We're yet to find out. With 5 seconds to go, it was Sahan in P3, followed by Nui G in P4, then Kem Kalpa in P5, then it was Aranga, Xian and Shahan to end the top 8 drivers grid for the first sprint race.
But you're again weaving under braking. Definitely not under braking.
Yeah, that was too much, bro. I'm just being honest.
Nah. I disagree.
When I jumped onto you guys, basically Mappa was on the outside of the turn, coming inside. I don't know what happened.
Can I say something? I'd say there was some weaving. Not in the braking zone though, but on the straight. But I don't know if that's considered.
I mean, I'm just trying to stop him from using my slipstream, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, I just don't know if that's against the rules or not. But on the straight, which sometimes drivers do, but I'm not. I think
I get it. It's fine.
Times.
I'm just saying you can't weave that much. Like you can weave
on
once or twice. Yeah, on the straights.
Exactly.
Weaving.
Yeah, we can't wave on the straights. Technically,
you can. I think just once or somehow you could just give that move, whatever line you want to maintain.
Honestly, Rodder, it's not a penalty. It's like a warning. It'd be like a black and white.
Yeah, we haven't penalised for that kind of drive.
What's the rule on the straights if I'm trying to stop someone on my?
I mean, you can weave. You're kind of playing with fire with the steward, but like you know,
Right.
it is what it is.
Okay.
Um,
Understood.
yeah, but let me just give you the current score.
Here we go.
Okay, so we have Mercedes taking the lead now on 270 points. We have Red Bull on 266 points, trailing by 4. And for the drivers, it's Mappa still retaining the lead at 175, with Rodder on 150. So it's a 25-point gap. He's bridged it by 2. Sorry, it'd be 1 because I got the fastest lap as well. All right, ready to go.
Is it Great Britain next year?
Okay, ready up.
And we are ready for the second race out here as we have the updated drivers standings as well, with Mercedes leading and now taking over the lead over Red Bull, 4 points lead, with them moving to for the first place. So with 270 points to Red Bull's 266. Mappa still keeps the lead on 175 points, but Rodder has just about gained 8 points into this one. 150 points. Now that sees him still about 25 points behind Mappa going into the second qualifying out here. And we have cars and drivers out there already. Once more in qualifying here at Silverstone. We're going to see them go around the classic F1 circuit. And is it going to be Rodder once more, or is it going to be Sahan on that challenge? Remember, he every lap, as far as I remember, any lap that he hasn't made a mistake throughout the season, he's been on pole and done an incredible job so far in qualifying. But can he quite do it once more? Because invalidation was the problem previously as well. But can he quite keep it within the white lines? Or is it going to be Rodder, Mappa, or Nui G? Anybody in the top 4, top 5 to go for that pole position, or for anything now as he's just making his way up through Cops, up through the old pit straight now into Cops, keeping it as good as he can. Flat out was Rodder there at the moment. Mappa has got that first place, heading towards Beckett's, and Beckett's trying to keep it as flat as he can into these corners as well, but just within the white line. Sometimes when you are trying to keep it flat out, you might run away onto the area. Meanwhile, Laf might lab for it at the moment. Looks like to be in the lead as I just say that, heading towards the store corner. It is going to be Rodder at the moment. It's going to be once again close, but whoever hits into the chicane quicker should well be getting that. Just now coming around the final corner. Is it going to be Sahan in that McLaren? Yes, he will be. 127.032. It's going to be pole position for the McLaren driver, and he gets it ahead of everyone and gets the job done to secure pole position. Over 3/10 almost. 0.299 ahead of Rodder in P2, with Mappa in P3. So Mappa still qualifying behind Rodder, but that's going to be interesting at the start between the two. Both of them wishing Sahan to get out of the way, but that isn't going to be that easy, with Nui G in P4, followed by Sahan in P5 for that Red Bull Constructors fight. They've got Kalpa right behind them, so they're going to be trying their best to defend as well. Then comes Aranga and Sheehan in the final 2 places.
Rodder is rapid. Nui G, what is going on, buddy? Come on. We got this.
We got this. What are you?
There's some Red Bull bias there.
Was that obvious, was it?
And we are ready to go racing here at the British Grand Prix. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights out. As we're just waiting for lights to go out. They were out for a little bit longer. It's going to be Lafayette on pole position, heading towards turn 1. Rod already looks to be challenging into turn 1. Is he going to be challenging enough? No, he won't be, as Lafayette at the moment so far keeps it. Meanwhile, Mappa has got a rapid start into turn 3 now, as that is him already in a second place. What a start from Mappa there, having the outside line just behind the pole sitter there. He's kept it around the outside and went flat out into turn 1. It's a short run into turn 1, but he's kept it and they got that lead. He might be on the way to get into the race lead as well. He got that second place and now going to get that race lead on his way. Or has he got it? No, he hasn't. On the inside line, would have thought he's going to be going for it, but he didn't quite go for it yet. Still got five dents behind the leader now. Meanwhile, New EG is in P3 ahead of Rodda. Rodda has to be the big loser here at the moment from P2. Coming down from P2 to P4. As it stands, his teammates gain a position on one of the Red Bulls there, but New EG still comes in between as an obstacle between Rodda and Mappa as it stands. So we'll find out whether New EG goes for a move on Mappa coming up ahead or not. Does he make it hard enough for him, or lets him fight for it? New EG is not going to be waiting for anything into Store Corner. He's going to go on the inside line later on the brake pedal and sends it on the inside and into second place now. Are we going to see him fight for that race lead? Are we going to see him fight for that victory? But not just yet, though. As it stands, the gap is over 1.5 seconds. Sahan is flying moment as it stands in this one. So we are just yet to see on lap 2 out of 5, but now Rodda is going to be very closer to Mappa. Could we see a change out here as well? Remember, 25 points separating the top 2 in the championship so far, with about 2 more races remaining after this one. But this is going to be very crucial as well. The points are going to be. Meanwhile, Aranga in the other Ferrari is trundling down in the gravel. Not sure has he made a contact or lost it on his own, but he's now over 6.6 seconds down to the next car of Shin in the other McLaren. But our focus still stays between the two championship protagonists, the two championship fighters as it stands. Rodda in P4, just ahead is Mappa. 6/10 the gap between the two. Then Nui Mappa to the next car is 5/10 as well. DRS, remember, does not get enabled until lap 3. So you don't get DRS for much laps because lap 3 gets enabled. So on a track like this, it's okay, but on one like Austin, where it was the main straight, so even if it's the main straight, you don't get that DRS up until the next lap on that main straight, even if they get enabled on that exact lap, because it takes place later on that detection point. But so far, of course, on a track like this, when they're next now towards that DRS zone, there's going to be rear wing opening for Mappa and for Rodda as well. At the moment, New EG is pulling away from these guys, so Mappa needs, all he needs to be within the New EG to at least get himself the rear wing open to get on and get himself a chance to go closer. Then is it going to be Rodda getting the same rear wing as well? But as it's on, Mappa seems to gain quite a lot of time. They're not sure if it's updating accordingly or not, but it stands, it looked like that gap was actually looked like it was closer to New EG than Rodda was to him. But as it stands now, almost 1 second, and indeed it is. The gap has increased over 1 second. The flying New EG is literally flying at the moment for the Red Bull team. Both Mercedes outside the top 3. That Constructors Championship still separated by 4 points so far. Mercedes has taken that lead. But for how long is that lead going to be staying, though? Because sure, one Red Bull is at the top, the other is still outside the top 5, with both Mercedes being ahead of them. But is it going? One Red Bull versus 2 Mercedes, or 2 Red Bulls versus 2 Mercedes so far? And Mappa just about 4/10 the gap now. That was over 1 second, has once again came down to just about half a second now. But Rodda is ever closer to Mappa as well. This is going to be interesting, just heading towards lap 4.
Come on.
It is as closer as it gets between these two, or between all three drivers. Down the inside line, he's going to send it. They almost made contact there. Mappa has to take avoiding action and not close the door on him. But this is not going to be very difficult for him to defend at all. And down the inside line, he's going to defend that inside line, but he's going to be through. And Rhoda had that move coming up, or is he going to be able to not make that move? Mappa just about tries to stay around the outside and keep it side by side, but just not the case so far at the moment. He's now going to get another opportunity though around the old start finish straight into Cop's corner. He's not going to be close enough. The gap's still half 4 tenths though, but now they've got a lap and a half to go. Half a lap of this one and the final one to see. Mappa Rhoda has finished one race ahead of Mappa in the previous one. Mappa does not want that now. He's got the DRS. He might have the opportunity to go for it already. Down the inside line. Are we going to see Rhoda go for that defensive move? No, he doesn't. And just as they go into stall, he's going to be ahead and into back into those podium places. But are we going to see Rhoda go down the inside line? He tries to send it there, but just about stays out of it to avoid any problem for him and for Mappa to go on for the championship lead, as they are still fighting for it. As now it's going to be a very crucial DRS zone once more. Rhoda's going to be ever closer to Mappa, than a proper chance once more. And he's going to be even more closer than he was on the previous lap. But is he going to be able to make that move though? Because Mappa's going to defend the inside line. Or going back to the racing line back once more. But they're going to be going into the braking zone still side by side, wheel to wheel. Who's going to be getting a better exit though? Is it going to be Mappa? Is it going to be Rhoda getting that better exit out of the corner? Is it going to be Mappa? It is Mappa indeed so far. He's got a better exit and traction so far. But that final DRS zone's going to be there into the Cops corner. They're going to be side by side. He's going to be sending it. They're almost going to make contact. They do make contact, but they just managed to keep out of it and avoid big problems. But I think that's going to be better for Mappa at this point, though, because now he's going to get that DRS. Rhoda's got no battery to use, no battery to defend, and it is all to play for Mappa here. And he's done it beautifully once more around the outside on the final lap. With that DRS to himself, he's going to go to third place. He might as well try and go for second place as well, but I don't think he's going to take the risk just yet. But he's going to keep it to himself, focus on that championship battle. Laffert's going to come around the final corner and win the British GP with Nui G taking the second place, followed by Mappa in P3. Then comes Rhoda in P4 with Kalpa in P5, Shahan in P6, Shin and Aranga yet to finish the races for their respective teams, as Aranga at the moment is currently just trying to keep his car out on track as it stands.
G had his big brother looking after him there, the Red Bull Ferrari alliance over here. I see how it is. I see it. Luigi.
What happened? Huh? Are you in a Ferrari or a Racing Bull?
Oh, Luigi, man.
Hey, did you guys touch? I don't think you guys touched. Nui and Mappa? I don't think you did, man.
What?
In cops?
No incidents to report.
Yeah, that looked clean.
It
was aggressive, but yeah, it was aggressive, but it was good.
Man.
What happened to Shin?
Nice to slap Rodder.
What did Copper do? Shit, I wasn't even focusing on Copper. Sorry.
What happened? Is there an incident to report? Sheehan and you.
Yeah.
We'll do that after the race. We'll do that after. Yeah. You can sit me on boards.
What I love good racing, man.
Thanks.
Danny.
Let's stay out of the way of the battle.
Luigi, just hide behind Mappa in the next race as well. That's your best strategy, bro. Hide in front of him, man.
All right.
Why'd you let me in front at the start?
No, you did well. All
right, guys. Standings update. Are you ready? Mercedes retains its lead at 277 points. We have Red Bull behind Mercedes at 274 points, 3 points in it, guys. And then in the drivers, we have Mappa at 181 points. and Rodder at 154 points.
Aranga, you're
It's
echo.
23. Yeah, Aranga's echoing. All right, are we gonna pick this? Let me pick this wildcard track. I'm gonna use obviously I'm gonna use that randomizer.
Your best lap, top.
Yeah. And it's Bahrain.
Bahrain wasn't on the list, man.
Bahrain, guys.
Saudi, please be Saudi.
Okay, ready, guys? And the track is... Oh, it's the same one, so let's see what it came up with.
Same one.
Is it?
What do you mean, same one?
Yeah. I'll do it again. Hold on. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, no, I'm not great with that track. Let's do the next one.
Oh,
Keep
it
reselecting afterwards,
is. We're
Saudi.
going to Italy. Monza.
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 Mamma mia.
So is this is just a
Fuck, I was hoping for fucking Miami.
Monza?
Sprint.
a
It's a sprint, yeah.
Just a sprint, right? Yeah. So just need to put the track on.
Yeah.
Ready.
It's the first,
All right, ready
first
up.
turn, boys. First turn.
First turn, go straight.
I'll stay out of the way on this one. I don't know this track.
Get in between me and Rodder. If I'm in front.
Just follow Nui's line.
Yep.
3 points in
And
it,
we are
lads.
ready for the final sprint race of the weekend. And just before we move towards the final finale race at the Yas Marina circuit, as we are here with it on a track that was selected live right in front of everyone, and that is going to be at Monza. This is going to get us some exciting action around the Italian Grand Prix.
Shit, bro, don't run into Runga, yeah?
Yeah, it's crucial for the championship.
Ferrari's still a chance.
Here we go.
And we have drivers starting their laps already and ready for racing action. Is it going to be Nui T? Is it going to be Rodder, Mappa, or Lafayette back again once more on pole position here around Monza, heading towards turn 1. The chicane trying to keep it as clean as fast as possible. Meanwhile, Mappa has invalidated his qualifying lap, and that is going to be sprint collie over for the championship leader so far. Just heading towards turn 1, and he's done it already. Meanwhile, Rodder just heading towards the Doloroggio chicane, posting fast times, 26.6 in the first sector. Along with Shahan at the moment in the top as well, just heading towards the first Lesmo now into the second one. Meanwhile, Ashin has retired as well. Nui G has made a mistake into the Doloroggio chicane, and that is, interestingly, Monza proving a hard circuit for the drivers. Meanwhile, one man who's enjoying it is going to be Rodder, currently in second place just now at the end of that first middle sector, 54-1, heading towards now into the Ascari section. Now just to go to the final part of the track remaining for him. He's got the final corner, final famous parabolica to go. He's going to be currently leading and keeping that fastest time of the session so far. He's going to come over the line now and take second pole of the 2-3 sprints out there, and Matt Rodder takes pole position ahead with a time of 1:21.1 ahead of Shahan in P2, followed by Sahan in P3. With Mappa, our championship leader, down in P8. He's got so much work to do coming into this race, and he's going to just hope that somehow he's able to do a lot better than all at the top. Took pole position by over 7/10. That is some dominance from Rodder there. And Kalpa in P4, followed by Aranga in P5, does a decent job. Nui G in P6 made a mistake as well, along with Shin, who retired out of qualifying. Then came Mappa, who invalidated his lap in P8. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, your grid set up for the final sprint race here at Monza.
Samira, make sure you watch this first corner carefully, alright, mate?
And we are ready to go racing here at the Italian Grand Prix. It's going to be Rudder on pole, followed by Shahan in P2 with Lafayette in P1. Shahan might have got a good start, but has he got a good start enough though? Yes, he has. Anything into worse than one. Already into the race lead. Sends it down the inside line. Meanwhile, New EG and Rudder going to touch each other a little bit. Rudder's going to go super wide. That might allow others right behind to get through. Meanwhile, there's going to be one of the Ferraris down at the runoff area. Not sure who that is. Meanwhile, Rudder is tumbling down back. Has made a mistake heading towards the first chicane, ran wide a little bit into the gravel and coming back out was not the best he could do. Meanwhile, Shahan, even with an injured foot, is out there in P1 at the moment. Took pole, took second row, front row, and has kept it clean into turn 1 and got that race lead at the start. And what a mega start for him was. In P1 and it's Scalpa in P2. Definitely very important for Red Bull in that fight versus Mercedes as well. It's a Red Bull 1-3 with with Calpa in the Red Bull sandwich so far at the moment as it stands, though he might be very close enough. So for a move on Mappa, for a move on Shahan as well. Meanwhile, Mappa is in P4 just behind New EG. Could be on the way for a move coming up as well. Is Calpa going to be going for it into Parabolica? No. With Shahan in P5 as well. Rhoda in P6 then. He's got 5 drivers to fight for. Meanwhile, Aranga and Shin fight each other out there. Meanwhile, are we going to switch for the race lead out here with Kalpa going for it on the inside line of Shahan? I don't think so. He's going to be brave enough to be going for that. No, he doesn't. For a moment, you could see Lafayette trying to go on the inside as well, but he doesn't quite do that. Just on the first exit of the first chicane as they all go through Curva Grande now. The top 2 are still added. The top 2, the constructors fight that we're looking for. New EG a little bit behind these guys, but still over a second ahead of Mappa next to him into the chicane. Who's going to be late to the break? They're going to be side by side. Both are going to go wide. Both of them sent to there as they were not trying to back out of it. And that is going to see both of them lose out on positions. And New EG is going to take that lead just by being right behind these guys, and that is also going to allow Mappa to get to second place as well. And then now it's clear track for him to take that lead. Meanwhile, Product Kalpa at the moment looks like to be even more trouble in one of the gravel traps out there on the exit of the Lesmo corners there. Along with Sheehan in P7, Rhoda now trying to make places, gets ahead of Shahan, but the damage might have just been done. It depends whether we could see Shahan keep Rhoda right behind or not, because if he can get back to third place, once more these guys are Mappa and Rhoda are going to be fighting each other quite a lot. Meanwhile, and he's went into the back of him there. Went really deep into the first braking zone and just goes into the back of the Mercedes, does Shahan, and that is gonna be putting even more obstacles to not only Shahan's race, but creating a bit of problems for Rhoda as well. Still staying in P4. He needs to be finishing every other race ahead of Mappa to give himself a chance in the championship going into the final round in Abu Dhabi. But as it stands, it doesn't seem to be the case here yet at the moment, though. Meanwhile, it might be putting up that pressure with the help of that DRS on Mappa, though. But Mappa's got that DRS as well, heading towards the Ascari section into the braking zone, and now just trying to keep it as cool as they can on the exit of the Ascari, as they're all going to be doing that on the back straight. Meanwhile, Mappa's trying to go for it for a move on New EG into lap 4. Now the DRS is going to be enabled on the main straight as well, so he wants to stay right behind New EG then, but Mappa's going to be in big pressure from Lafayette as well, as Laf is going to try and go for it around the outside even with the DRS. Meanwhile, Kalpa's retired out of the session, so that constructors fight Red Mercedes is going to be having a little bit of a difficult time. Meanwhile, Mappa's going to go defensive on the inside line. Is he going to be able to make a move on New EG as well, or just try and defend against Shahan? He's just going to do the defending. Meanwhile, they're going to be side by side, almost pushed away. They may contact Team Lafferty and Mappa there. It's still going to be close between the two. Through Curb Grande they go. They're going to be side by side towards the Dolorosio chicane. Mappa just might be able to keep that position, but we going to see Sahan go for it on the inside line as well. He just wants to stay out of it. He's going to tap a little bit on Mappa's rear end, but that is just going to keep him enough and not cause any trouble. And Rudder now has pulled behind these guys as well, so the fight is really on the exit of the Lismore corners now towards the main straight under the bridge of the old track. They go with the DRS enabled. Lafferty putting all that pressure on Mappa he can and making it all difficult for him down the inside line into the Ascari. He's going to go super late on the brakes and go very deep into the Ascari section, and that is going to not be good for him at all. But that is going to do good for Rudder though, because that might now going to allow him to be through and make that overtake on Mappa and get ahead of him. And now I think that with that, he might have just got the DRS as well, the rear wing. No, he hasn't got that. So that is at least a good thing for Mappa, as now that's going to be allowing him getting them towards turn one ahead of Norda once more back again. And towards turn one, before the braking zone, he's going to be through. And into the second place back once more. He might try and go for it. Meanwhile, Sahan is going to come back at him. He might try and go for it on Rhoda as well. To me, he's going to try and make it as difficult as he can for all of them, for both of them, but just not yet. Meanwhile, New EG still needs that race so far. 2.1 seconds. Remember, Shahan and Kalpa fighting each other. Who went into a little deep into the Dolorosio chicane, made a mistake, pretty much just collided with each other and ruined both of theirs race. Shahan at the moment still in P5, but over 3.2 seconds behind the next car. So he's got a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, one man might have just a lot of work to do. He's going to be Mappa around the outside. Kalpas Road is going to go for it around the outside and make that move. He's going to run a little bit deep, but that might allow Mappa to go for it now though. But has he got enough battery though? Because now there's going to be all the battery that they need, because there is nothing more he can do. But he's got enough of it. He's going to go side by side and ahead of him into the parabolic canal. Meanwhile, New EG is going to be coming over the line in that race lead and win the Italian Grand Prix in the final sprint weekend. Final sprint race of the season. Over the line, Mappa's going to finish in P2 and ahead of Rodda. And what a finish to the final sprint race of the season it is. Job well done. Right. Then Sahan comes in P4, followed by Shan in P5. Then it's going to be the Ferrari.
Kalpa.
I'm looking back now, so let's have a sus. There's a few there. First corner as well.
Rear-ended Nui. I went on the brakes too late. That was my bad.
Yeah. So first corner, I know there was a couple of Red Bulls and a Mercedes. We'll have a look.
What can you? Anyone who's got actual testimony, just tell us what happened. Like what happened first corner?
First corner, I got nothing to report. Up the inside.
Rodda went pretty wide on the exit.
Okay, and then who else? Anyone got anything to report?
So was there contact between you and the two Nuis? Nui G and Rodrigo?
There was slight contact, but it was like a first race, like a first corner incident. Like,
yeah, I mean, it didn't affect me at all.
Yeah, that's fine then. Okay. So then, anyone else have any incidents they want to report?
I hit E. Not that it matters.
That doesn't matter, yeah. Anyone else?
I rear-ended Nui Rodrigo. I'm just trying to get to where me and Kalpa collided.
Rodda, you want to make a... If you want to make a...
Oh,
what lap was it?
I mean, I didn't get any...
Because you rear-ended me too, right?
About 20 seconds into lap 2.
Just wait, before you go into it. Rodda, do you want to make...
damage? I didn't get any damage, so I'm happy.
Did you lose any positions?
No, if anything, he gave me a bit of a head start.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on. That's it. Okay, no more.
There's one more, Kalpa and Shahan, sorry.
Yeah, so lap 2, I'm about 30 seconds into lap 2.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. You guys were leading the race and you guys cocked it.
Yeah,
so.
Both of them spun.
Kalpa, what do you have to say? Can't hear you. Just saying anything.
He went to smoke a joint.
That was on mute. Sorry, I'll have to review it, man. It was pretty quick.
it looked like Copper made a move on the inside, and Shahan wasn't expecting it. So I don't know. It looks like let's just call it a racing incident now because they both cooked it quite hard.
The two
both.
Is Red Bull and Mercedes happy with that outcome?
Yeah.
I mean, I DNF'd, so I don't really care.
It's
Did you DNF because of that, or?
Nah, DNF.
No, he didn't.
After that, I was just.
Rodda and Luigi, as team leaders, can you make a call? Are you okay to call it a race?
I'm just looking at my onboard. I think it's a racing incident.
Okay. And Rodda?
Yeah, so I think.
What are we talking about?
We're saying, are you happy to move on as that incident being a racing incident between Culper and Shahan?
I couldn't comment on it. I didn't see it. So.
Culper, then you make a call.
I'm fine, bro. It's fine. Yeah, just a racing incident.
Give me about. Yeah,
let me get standings.
30 seconds, right? Let me finalize that. I'm just looking at it on slow-mo. Yeah, it looked like
it's racing incident. This mandatory 1 pit stop, yeah? Not 2?
Yeah.
That was hectic, man, that race.
And then it's hard to say who's at the apex first on board. But
it looked like Copper may have been in front slightly. But it's hard to tell without the onboard. Yeah.
The 30% Abu Dhabi, is it? Yeah.
No, 25.
Yeah, medium, right? Yep, 20 laps.
Wait, no, 5%.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Pretty sure it's 25%.
Okay.
25% is only 13 laps, isn't it?
25% is what we usually do. No,
Yeah.
Should we do 35?
No,
I'm
20.
I'm pretty sure we decided it was 3 sprints and a normal.
Yeah, we did. We did decide that. Yeah, we did decide that.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. Alright, I dropped.
I just gotta check the standings are correct.
Can someone confirm for me?
Standings okay to report?
Give me a second. I'm just gonna cross-check it. Okay.
Lap foot, red flags, standard.
Yep. The standings are okay to report, Zabi.
And we have the tight fight between the constructors for Red Bull and Mercedes is on the line. Red Bull is ahead, but only by 1 point, ladies and gentlemen, by just 1 point. That is going to be interesting going into the final round to look at between the two teams. It's all to play for the drivers, for the teams all together to get themselves and their team to the top. For the driver's title, it should be nothing stopping Mappa from taking that championship home just now, as he's now many points ahead of Rodda as it stands, with 187 points to Mappa to Rodda's 161. There might be a bit of a fight in the other places between Sahan and Kalpa for fourth place in the championship, but as far as the title is concerned, Mappa should just have to do is all of you might have to do is complete that final race and take that championship home.
Pick your teams, guys.
And left the red red flag should be standard rather than increased.
Okay, not increased. Yep. Formation lab on, off.
On. Because the camera needs to set up, yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, lads.
Hey.
Can I just make one last opportunity for people? If you're grieved about any penalties, now's the time to speak, because you waive your right otherwise. Everyone all good?
Yep.
Yeah, all good.
Okay.
Clean.
Alright, good luck for this last race. This is it. It's also double the points of sprint races, right? So this is where the points are. The equation's simple. You win, Mercedes wins the title. Red Bull wins the title.
Depends on
the drivers. It's not a chance, right?
Hey, Zabi, keep an eye on your Discord. I'm gonna get sending you live updates if possible.
All right.
We'll have live updates on the live stream on the bottom left corner as well.
Sure.
How much are Red Bull in front by?
1 point.
1 point.
Today.
Yeah, there's safety cars on this, so.
And we are here at Abu Dhabi for the final race of the season. It's all to play for in the feature race here at the Yas Marina circuit. More laps than the drivers have done previously in each race for 5 laps, and all they can think about is going to be played out here in Abu Dhabi to get a look at and really fight for the championship. 1 point separating before in the constructors title. It is all to look at, and it is all they're going to be fighting for in the driver's title a bit as well. Many more points than they had in the sprint, so it's interesting to get on as well. We'll have to look at to go to the end of this race to even decide the driver's champion out of this one, as we are already out in on track and seeing cars in qualifying. Meanwhile, our leaders it is Nui and Shahan at the moment. 1-2 for them. They sure need that result going towards the final race of the season. They want to get this Red Bull title. Remember that Red Bull taking the lead in the final race of on week 3 in the constructors title, and has led ever since, with Laf in P2 at the moment for switching up P1 and 2, trying to go fastest. Meanwhile, the Mappa only in P4 at the moment, along with Rhoda in P4 as well. They're just switching positions here and there, so it's still going to be very close towards the end, and the final corner is going to be all the job that you might have to do, considering all of these things. So Rhoda is currently in P5 at the moment, going around the long right-hand corner that was changed, of course, back in 2021. But are we going to see Sahan take that pole position here around Abu Dhabi to make it 2 of the night for him as well? Or is it going to be Rhoda or New EG to keep that challenge up? Meanwhile, Mappa's down there, though. He needs to be up in qualifying, but just not yet. And it's going to be left for it once more. Take the fastest time and pole here around Abu Dhabi to make it 2nd pole of the night for him. And pole position in the feature race. And Rhoda comes 2nd to Sahan and finish P2, not able to get that pole position. And Mappa in P3, definitely then just doing the job just enough where he needs to be, right behind Rudder, and that race start is going to be all to play for, while New EG right behind and ahead of Kalpa, with Shahan in P6, followed by Aranga and Shin in P7 and 8.
This is it, boys. Keep it clean. But go hard, yeah? Go hard.
0.001.
And these are your qualifying results, as we're just waiting for the race to get started and for the feature race at the Yas Marina circuit. We always see the title battle and title fights around Abu Dhabi. Many of them we've seen before, as it's going to be just one of those thrillers in the final race of the season, and drivers are going to be preparing the best they've done all season long. The preparations, everything they've done throughout the season, it all comes down to this, the final race at Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
And we are ready to go racing. It's going to be the formation lap, so they can warm their tires up, get things ready, and everything up for grabs as it stands. So at the moment, we are looking at least one formation lap for these drivers to warm their tires up for 15 laps of racing. We're going to go racing here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and it's all to play for as it stands then, considering Lafore on pole at the moment with Rhoda right behind him, but Mappa is not far behind as well. So everyone pretty much would be going for that soft to medium strategy, unless there's a safety car, a late safety car, an early safety car could force them to go on instead of hard, but it should be a simple, casual, soft to medium strategy. Not for the two drivers though, with Kalpa and Sheehan starting on the medium and the hard compound tire. Then hard tire, bold choice I have to say, because the medium would have been good enough. But on the medium tire, the only problem is, on the hard tire, the only problem is if there's a safety car early on, you just cannot pit. You have to go, so that free stops out of the way for you, but you just have to take risk on him. And starting in last place, you have to do something different. So he's gonna try and do that out here. So a possible hard soft strategy as well, and medium softs for Kalpa should be the way. But we are yet to find out, as we are only now moments away from the start of the Abu Dhabi race, of the final race of this iconic season, iconic wild card racing season with F1 Lads League.
Oh.
As we are just waiting for drivers to be ready and for the drivers to park their cars in the grid spots as perfectly as possible. Any mistake right now could well be hurting them for the rest of their evening for tonight. But we are just out here now, ready to go racing at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for the season finale with F1 Lads League. It's going to be 5 lights out, and we go racing here at the Yas Marina second. It's going to be a good start for Rhoda, as it looks like, though. Right cars right behind are going to be interested to see. Meanwhile, no, it's not a good start for him at all. Mama's going to be side by side, and Rhoda's going to be fun. And they've made contact around the outside. There was Rhoda, and he's now tumbling down back in P8 and lost out. That might just be championship over for him, as Mappa's going to be now going side by side with the Mercedes. Now they're going to make contact. That is more like trying to do it for your teammate, but that is problems. I mean, remember, it's not only the Rhoda fighting for the driver's title, but Mercedes fighting for the Constructors' Championship as well. Red Bull is 1 point ahead of them. Mappa currently in second place now, only 3 tenths behind Lafayette at the moment as it stands, but this is interesting and everything to play for out here. Rhoda is already in P7 at the moment. He's going to try and do the recovery, but we have to find out. He's got 15 laps. He's got a lot more laps than we've had. It's the same amount of laps that we've done throughout 3 races. 15 laps. But it's going to be interesting to see, of course, throughout one race this is. So a lot more of the time to get himself and to really have a time for recovery better than any of the other races so far we've had. So this is going to be interesting. Lafayette, of course, finishes the race. This is the lap 1 with the fastest lap. That was always going to be the case. Meanwhile, now Rhoda's not far behind Shahan, about 5 tenths. So the next DRS owner, in fact, the next straight, is going to be a chance for him to be through and making that move as it stands, though, because now we are going to be seeing that, but also down that back straight for a overtake up. It is going to be a chance for Mappa to be through on Lafayette as well. We might just be seeing that. Meanwhile, Sheehan at the back might have had spun, but are we going to see Mappa go for it? No, he's not going to be close enough. For a moment, you could have thought he's going to be, but he's just not close enough for a move. Coming up, meanwhile, big Aranga MP5 at the moment. Rhoda's going to be down the inside line. Send it on the inside of Shahan there. They want to fight for that constructors and for that driver's title. He might have run a little bit wide, though. He hasn't got the exit that he would have wanted, but is it going to be enough to keep it ahead of Shahan? So far, it is enough to keep it ahead of Shahan. He might just be able to going for that, to be going defensive as well. He will be able to keep it go defensive, keep it ahead of Rhoda. Sorry, keep it ahead of Shahan and keep it in P6 so far. So now going ahead, it is going to be Aranga in front of that Mercedes. He might have got nightmares about the Ferrari. Made contact with one of them earlier. He'd want to keep it all clear as he can in going side by side with Aranga. But Aranga wants to do all he can for his teammate as well. Remember, he would be wanting to do the job to keep the Rhoda right behind him for as long as possible. Mappa at the moment in P2 so far keeps it just behind LaForest, but now the DRS has been enabled, so a proper chance is all going to be right now, because that with the DRS opening, the DRS enabled, it's all to play for. Remember, as it stands, there is 187 points to Mappa's name, followed by 161 to Rhoda. And now, around the outside, Rhoda with the DRS as well. Shahan's going to be having that rear wing open as well. It's going to be interesting to see. Now we might see 3 wide into the chicane. Down the inside line, we're having a on-board camera.
Contact.
We don't have the full camera on to see the action, but now there's going to be not once, but 2 times the contact as they went 3 wide into the chicane. Shahan might have been the big winner there, but they were side by side on the exit of it. Rhoda finds himself to be in another collision, and once more it is a Ferrari.
Virtual safety car. Hey, the onboard camera was the broadcast camera was so shit there, man. So I don't know what happened there. So I went on board, but it looks like Eranga made contact with Nui.
Yeah, it looked like it's an
left it
because they were going
yeah.
to
So it looked like Shahan would have hit you, and then you would have hit Nui.
I didn't make contact. Well, I only made contact with Nui. But that was after he spun.
Pit.
Now this changes things with the virtual safety car. So LaForest has made it into the pit lane already for a first set of pit stops. Mappa has decided to stay out just yet. It's a virtual safety car, so you might want to go a little bit longer on these soft tires and go on to a set of mediums later on, or maybe wait for a full safety car in a few more laps in the up and coming laps though, because that could be even more beneficial. But Nuichi's got a penalty, a drive-through penalty very quick under the virtual safety car, and that is going to be increasing the problems of Red Bull in the constructors fight. Looking at Kalpa currently in P2, it is going to be interesting for the Mercedes team. Remember, just 1 point separating the 2 teams in the Constructors' Championship, and they're all going to be playing for it out here as the virtual safety car is now over, and we are going to be going racing. And we go. Once more, Mappa's got that lead. I mean, he's preferred that raised track position over a pit stop, and might just be the right decision as it's only 4 laps in, so would have been way too early for a pit stop for him to pit. Meanwhile, the 2 Red Bulls are P5 and 7 as it stands, with Chin out of this one, and in between is the Mercedes of Rhoda, but with a penalty. I think he's got 5 seconds of time penalty. Meanwhile, Ranga has come into the pit lane. One of the Ferraris making contact. In fact, both Ferraris make contact with Rhoda, but one of them still stays out. The other one is into the pit lane to get themselves a set of new tires. Not sure what happened there though, because as he came in to pay his penalty, okay, he came in fact to pay his drive-through penalty. Wasn't a pit stop to talk about, because of course the tires are still there, but so he's got a drive-through and he's came in to pay that. So will Rhoda have to do that later? Not Rhoda, in fact Nui G would have had a drive-through penalty. Still on those hard tires, so with the penalty out of it, it would be interesting to get on now in P7. I think all to play for with others pit. That's all they need now, but that constructors fight is going to be interesting. It's going up and back and forth between Red Bull and Mercedes throughout so far. Meanwhile, Mappa looks as comfortable as it gets in that race lead in P1, 6.9 seconds ahead of the next car of Kalpa as it stands. On lap 5 of 15, still more than half the race to go though. We are yet to get on. So as it stands, Mercedes would be taking the lead and that championship as it stands. If there is anything to play for, the Red Bull drivers are going to have to pick it up, because as it stands, it is 303 points for Mercedes and Red Bull 297. That is the live update as we are having our team give it to us. So props to everybody working on that, and we are just about here after 5 laps. Mercedes so comfortably taking that constructor's title, but Rhoda, remember, needs to fight for his driver's title against Mappa. But with the start he's at to this race, he might just be having to forget about that. Not just yet, though, only on lap 6 out of 5. But he needs his teammate. He needs his teammate who's over 7.5 seconds behind Mappa at this point to fight for it and to really go for it throughout. But we are yet to find out for him to see anything to get on. So, I mean, looking out for Rhoda throughout the season, his miracle run for the driver's title. For Rhoda to win this championship, he needs to outscore Mappa by 28 points. It's a monumental task requiring near perfection from him, and a disastrous weekend for Mappa. But Rhoda has been the model of the consistency all year. If anyone can apply the pressure, it's him. On our championship leader, look at the pressure on Mappa. He has 27 point lead. Of course, this is all of this is coming into the weekend, so before the 3 sprint races. But he has a turbulent season since his blockbuster trade to Ferrari, including a major 12-point penalty just a few weeks ago. He needs one final clean weekend to seal the deal. The battle for P3, Nui G and Kalpa is interesting as well. Don't forget the incredible fight for third in the championship. Red Bull, Nui G, and Mercedes Kalpa come into this final weekend as absolutely tied on 117 points. This will be a head-to-head duel across all 4 races for that final spot on the championship podium. A fantastic personal battle between the 2 drivers who have had very different seasons to each other. It's going to be all to play for. You simply cannot talk about this season without remembering mid-season. Trade window that completely reshuffled the grid. We saw championship trader Mappa force a move from Red Bull to a struggling Ferrari, and something has happened there. There's a yellow flag as Mappa just comes into the pit lane. Not sure what has happened there though, but that might be Kalpa. Or is it him or not? Well, not sure whether he's had a spin because he doesn't seem to be having any visible damage to his car, but might have just had a spin because there was a yellow flag in that part of the track. As Mappa's now in and has pitted on lap 8 out of 15. So he's now got brand new medium tires to play for. 4.6 seconds. The gap to Sahan, who's on 4-lap old Amitas hard compound tires. It's all now going to be nice to see because it's going to be Mercedes, but also Lafayette to be Sahan to be going for it. So it's going to be interesting for him to be going for it as well. So the battle we were talking about, you know, maybe Nui G and Kalpa for the 3rd place in the championship. But looking at this so far, Nui G might be a bit clear of Kalpa, and Sahan might put pressure on Kalpa for the 4th place in the championship as it stands. But of course, we'll only get full picture as we are towards the end of this one. Everybody pitting in, everybody coming into the pit lane, getting themselves new tires in, and all those on the medium tire would have an edge over the ones on the hards, but you just never know. These medium tires, you could push a little bit more and it could all ruin your race. So we're talking about, you know, Red Bull Mappa moved from a Red Bull to a struggling Ferrari. In return, Red Bull took a massive gamble on the highly penalized but rapid Nui G. Was a move that has defined the second half of the championship. All 4 teams. Ferrari's roller coaster. I mean, what a story for Ferrari. They started the season in the doldrums, then signed the best driver on the grid, Mappa, in a blockbuster trade. They faced controversy with team principal Chance Brief suspension and their public disputes with the stewards. Securing the driver's title with Mappa would be a huge victory, but their lowly 3rd place in the constructors shows the scale of the challenge they faced throughout the season. This hasn't been the best for them overall at all. this season. Oh, there's a yellow flag, and that is going to be a full safety car. It's going to be a full safety car there. Meanwhile, there was nothing in the race as Aranga has just crashed out and gave us something out of it as it stands. As now that's going to allow Mappa to be ever closer to Sahan and have a chance to go for that lead. And now Rodda, who's far away from the pack, will have a chance at it as well. Sure, he's going to be in P6, but he's going to be very close, and he's going to be super close for a chance to be closer between these drivers. And in these final moments, anything could go wrong with Lafferty now coming into the pit lane as well. We're going to see any other drivers bidding. Yes, they will. Mappa's coming in as well. Lafferty went for his set of soft tires. Mappa might do the same as well. Yes, he does in the remaining 5 laps. So a potential lap 12 restart, I shall say, if the safety car stays out this one and the one after. Meanwhile, Kalpa stays out. Prefers track position, but is he going to get track position on Mappa, though? That's going to be interesting to see whether Mappa comes out of the pit lane ahead of Kalpa or no. He might not be doing that. In fact, he might be doing that. It's going to be very tight between the two. Is it going to be Mappa or Kalpa on the edge of the pit lane? It's going to be Mappa then on the exit. Now, that is an excellent job from him. Now, he's anyways going to be closer to Lafferty. And now, with a set of soft tires, with Kalpa on the medium tire or hard tire behind him, it's going to be very difficult for the Mercedes duo to be getting closer. They'll still be to have a lead over Red Bull in the constructor so far, but so it's interesting. Of course, positions have changed ever since they've pitted, but now I think the Red Bull Mercedes is going to have more points. But lap 9 update we had was Red Bull 302 points and Mercedes 301 points. So it's interesting. Of course, they've all pitted. The Mercedes are now to both the cars ahead of the 2 Red Bull. So that surely means that they are at the moment doing the job they can to secure the title for Mercedes, but that driver's title that Mappa would be looking after is going to be on the way. I mean, he needs things to go his way, though, because remember, it's double points going into this final race of the season. So safety car still stays out this one, so it should be lap 12 restart, or as of the latest is going to be lap 13 restart. So we need to find out, though, in the remaining moments of this Grand Prix. So we're talking about the seasons.
Noise in the pit.
And we have another driver into the pit lane. It is going to be Rodda to get on a set of soft tires as well. That is going to be understandably the best thing. And yes, it is going to be. I think it is all to play for him there. And that's all the gamble he can take. I mean, I think that's all he can do right now at the moment, considering it's all to play for. It's all or nothing for them, so they're going to be doing everything as it stands.
Can we get a standings update if we finish in this order? Do you know?
As it stands?
Yeah.
The one you sent me was before safety car, right?
Is it? I'll send you another one. Hold on.
Yeah. It was basically before everyone pitted. Just as we have any live update for the championship, we'll be having a look at that, because now the fight between the Red Bull and the Mercedes team is going to be interesting to get on. You know, we were talking about things, and that was the season. This season has been defined by the firm and often controversial hand of lead steward Sir Michael Massey. From the under precedent penalties for Newey, the safety car looks to be in this lap. Newey, J and Mappa after Monaco to the public disputes with Ferrari, and the temporary suspension of investigations. The steward has been a central character. His no-nonsense approach has undeniably shaped the outcome of this championship. And now, so looking at this one, Right now in the championship, as it stands, Red Bull still leads ahead of Mercedes, only by 1 point though. 302 points between the Red Bull and 302 points to Red Bull and 301 of Mercedes. So just about as it stands, the Red Bull team is going to be taking that constructors title home, but they need to do a better job, as if we get to see the Mercedes of Rhoda get ahead of the Red Bull drivers, going to be to get that lead back. They will have a chance. Meanwhile, at the restart now, we are in. The safety car's in, and the safety car restart is already on the way. We're just about 3 laps to go in this race. We are on our way.
In the straight.
Go.
No, oh fuck, on the straight.
And they're switching up. They are switching up. As the Red Bulls are switching positions, that's going to be interesting, and that might allow Rhoda to be through. And he's going to push wide. He's going to be pushed a little bit wide. They're going off track, but just about comes back on it. But that was close. It was a super risky move between the 2 Red Bull teammates, switching up positions. They still have the points would still be the same though. Red Bull having that 1 point lead, but now I think just 9/10 to the other Ferrari, other Mercedes ahead. 1.2 seconds now as the gap is increasing, but that could allow. Meanwhile, Mappa's going to be going for that race lead around the outside of left there. They're still going to be side by side. Is Laffer going to be able to hang his car in there? Yes, he will be. They're still going to be side by side and wheel to wheel between the 2, but Mappa just about gets ahead and keeps that place and movement, a move ahead of him, and take that race lead. And with him in P1 and Rhoda in P6, that championship should be going Mappa's way. In no time, nobody yet to challenge him. The constructors fight between the Red Bull and for Mercedes and for Red Bull and Mercedes, I should say, is going to be on the way. Meanwhile, Mappa gets that fastest lap as well, so he's going to even add that extra point to his points tally, and that is going to be job well done for Mappa. It should be. Now he's just got Steve has to do the job so far. So we're going to have to try and keep it in that race lead and take this win in the final race of season 2, make it a championship for him. But it's still all to play for New EG. 5/10 to the next Red Bull ahead, so 1 point between the 2 teams, and New EG making that place on the Red Bull. The Mercedes of Kalpa is going to be another boost for that constructors title. Meanwhile, Rhoda might well have a chance to go ahead of Shahan as well, which might have them equal on points or just 1 point ahead for Mercedes to be between these teams. As it stands though, so lap 13 out of 15, 2 laps remaining after this one. It's all to play for now, and that constructors title is still on the line with the 2 Red Bulls in between the 2 Mercedes. We might just see Shahan Rhoda going for it. He goes a little bit wide on the exit there on the Latifi corner there. That would have been close to that same wall, but the DRS is now enabled as well. That DRS, the rear wing, which is going to help New EG get closer to Kalpa. It might help him get ahead of Kalpa, but that is also going to be helping Rhoda to be closer to Shahan as well. Help him get ahead as well. He might not need that DRS though, because heading towards stand 5, it's going to be down the inside line. Is he going to be going for it, switching for it on the inside? No, he just won't be able to keep that move. Shahan just keeps it ahead of Rhoda there for a moment, but is it going to be enough though? Meanwhile, Laf has taken that lead from Mappa. So has New EG taken that place from Kalpa as well. It's going to move towards P3. Another point added to the Red Bull's team, and Red Bull that they want the constructors title. Mercedes that has fought all season long for that recovery, and for them to come back to this race, this championship lead is going to be wanting that. But so would be Red Bull, who has led though. They have to the lead of the championship ever since week 3, and they have kept on to it ever since. But this was the biggest challenge. This is the biggest pressure games now, because anything could happen. We've got a lap and a half, or in fact only 1 more lap to go though. Only the final few corners of this singular lap, which we now might just see for this one. coming around with the soft tires. Should be giving up now into the final lap. Kalpa might have a chance to go back on Nui G as Rhoda still stays behind though. So remember, even if the Red Bulls finish 3, 4 and 5, they would still bleed by 1 point, and Nui G goes a little bit wide though. They have to be very careful, because if you get a 5-second time penalty in the dying moments of the race, it could go all against you. You really won't want that. Definitely all to play for here. Meanwhile, Mappa is still going to be fighting with Lafora to keep the case strong for himself then. But as it stands, just about now, meanwhile, now Kalpa is also going to be overtaken by Shahan as well. One Red Bull over to the Mercedes early, and there's going to be contact, big contact between the two. Shahan's going to be losing those positions, but now he's going to push back the Mercedes wide. That's going to be him coming back on the track and take that race lead. No, he's going to be going back. And that has allowed the Mercedes drivers to go back at them. This might be changing things. Meanwhile, there's something wrong between the top two. There is something wrong between the top two. There's going to be DG through into the final corners of the Grand Prix. That might allow Kalpa to be through, as Mappa's going to try and keep it together. And there's going to be a spin over the line. What is going on here? It's going to be Nui G out of nowhere. Comes around the final corner and wins the victory in Abu Dhabi as the Sahan
Have we done it? Have we done it?
What is this shit, bro?
Nui G in P1 and wins.
What the fuck?
The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix final race of the season.
What the fuck just happened?
And Red Bull might have gotten that constructor's title here. It's a 1-3 for them, I believe. And what a finish to the end of this race.
Hey, that one's too messy.
That was messy.
Fuck, I know.
That was all messy. The last lap, the start was messy.
What happened?
What happened?
I reckon I touched Mappa, back left, back right.
Okay, yeah, then we spun, but then what happened?
And that was it.
Shahan and Mercedes had contact. I don't know which ones.
Yeah, so me and Kalpa had contact. I overtook and he nudged me. I'm going to trim it really quickly. It's just going to be easier.
Wait, okay, so, and Rodder, what happened to you?
First turn incident. And a Red Bull or a Ferrari hit me during the race.
Where?
In the
third or fourth lap.
In the DRS. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I got a 5-second penalty for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that 5-second penalty I don't think was fair. I think that can be presented because you had made contact with a Ferrari. And I think you spun and then you made contact with the Red Bull.
Okay, hold on. Let's work through this, right? So, Rodder, what incidents do you want to review?
First turn.
Okay, first turn. Who hit him first turn?
Ferrari.
Was that you, Mappa?
Oh, was that me? Fuck! I didn't.
That might have been you.
Fucking save my onboard. Fuck.
No, we've got. I'm watching the live at the moment. Just give me a second. Nui's on the inside. Oh.
Samira, I'm just going to send you my onboard.
I didn't think I was in the wrong.
Yeah, Rodder, I'm looking at my onboard. Rodder goes wide and hits you.
Yeah.
I'll send it.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think you sort of oversteered or something. Understeered, sorry.
Understeered into
Mappa. Yeah, you understeered into Mappa, and then you.
And then the 5-second penalty.
I think the 5-second, my live reaction was that it was unfair because you got hit and then you turned and then I think you, Shahan hit you and you got penalized for that. So that one, you can.
Is that, Nui, is that something you want a penalty imposed on or you want it reversed for you?
Maybe the 5-second reversed, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Are you saying you reversed that, Samira, or?
Yes. From what I saw, I haven't gone into that yet, bro. I'm still looking at the first corner.
First corner's done, right? Like it's clear understeered into me. I can see it. Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to make an appeal on the first corner?
I got wing damage because of that.
Oh, okay.
And I carried that for the rest of the race. I'll appeal if we don't win.
What did you say?
Hold on.
Okay.
No, Samira, you're gonna work through this like it's because it's the last race. No one gets a choice. So impose the penalty for turn 1. Just turn 1 now.
Yep. Yeah. Now that's what I'm looking at the hit with
I think it's a racing incident. Turn 1, lap 1.
I'm just looking at it now. Just give me 1 second. That was fucking intense.
Hey, who caused that last safety car?
Yeah, let me
Thank you so much.
I think that was me, right?
That was 2021 style, man.
I'll send you my onboard as well, Samira.
Yeah, mine's just uploading, man. Poor Samira.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't matter, does it? I mean, in the end, Red Bull win this.
I think Red Bull wins this anyway.
Yeah, because Nui G's just won it, and there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way to overtake that.
Yeah.
I just leave it then. Samira, just leave it. Norwood.
Yeah, penalties. Yeah. Penalties.
But there's no deductions from.
But Luigi's got no.
Luigi's got no incidents.
Yeah.
So the.
I'm trying to upload mine.
So there's no deductions for Red Bull in the first incident, right? So that's fine. So let's move on to the second one. So if you rescind the 5-second penalty to Nui, so does he move up the grid?
So hold on, who got
That's a tough thing to do though. After safety cars and all of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So
no, just leave it, Samira. I withdraw.
What? You don't have the right to withdraw. Sorry, we've got to work through the penalties.
For my 5-second penalty, I can withdraw my appeal, can't
I? Why don't you?
Yeah.
So okay, let's just say turn 1, Samira. You're saying it's no penalties.
No penalties for Nui G at the moment, right? But he's arguing that he got wing damage from.
Okay. And what are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm looking at it now. 1 sec, bro. Just fucking.
For people watching at home.
I'm calling this a racing incident.
Did I hit Nui G? I don't think I hit Nui G.
No, you had turned and he ran into you because you made contact with Mappa and then you turned and he basically ran into you, but he couldn't have avoided it because you were already spun.
Yeah, I'm playing it on the stream right now. If you check Discord. It's all right. Just make a call because this is not for Nui G. Rodder. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
All right. I think I'm going to give Nui a one position penalty for that one because it was technically was unavoidable, but he had made contact and made the situation into a thing. Yep.
Next incident was what? Which lap?
The 5-second penalty, right? Which lap was that?
Yeah. I think that was lap 15.
Last lap. Lap 3.
No. No, it wasn't last lap.
Lap 3. I've got the snippet if you want it.
Oh, yeah. The 5-second, because of the safety car, and he already paid it, then you can't really deduct that from his end race result.
So what, do we position penalty that?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was just bad luck, you guys saying?
I think if we can dig into it and see if he lost a position because he was in the pits for more than 5 seconds, and then that could have changed.
So he definitely turned because of the
hang on.
Obviously,
I'm watching this now. He goes off track. So he's
because of the first collision.
Okay, so Erunga runs into
Erunga runs into me, so he's off, and he's off track because of that. That's what I'm seeing, and then he comes back on, and then he.
Yeah. Okay. Is that unsafe re-entry?
It's a tough one because it's a shitty corner, right? I mean, he's got no other way to go. Then he gets a penalty for the collision here. So this is the specific collision here. So
penalty stands then. I'll take the 5 seconds.
Yeah, just leave it as 5.
Keep it as it is. Yep. Okay. Now what? Last.
Yeah.
What's
the last lap here?
Last lap. Okay.
What's a? Are you updating this as you go, Mappa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a position penalty, 5 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the on boards.
What happened last lap, Rodder? Which corner?
I got nothing for that.
So.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at Culper's on board here. It looks like Culper. I think
I got it. I got a 3-second penalty in the last lap because I was avoiding traffic.
Yeah, I think that's reversible. That one. There's heaps
that one
of chaos.
you can reverse.
Yeah, but either way, it's a position penalty. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But that
Shahan, bro,
3
did you-
seconds drops
matters.
down past.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody asked Smiro. I'm just trying to upload my audio here.
Oh, you are okay. Okay. On Discord.
Yeah, I'm just about to. It's just downloading now.
I just
Because Rodder finished second, right? Rodder finished second.
No,
No, he finished.
In the actual before penalties.
Yeah, Rodder crossed the line second. And
Yeah, so you take the 3 off. Yeah,
take
so
the
that
3
means
off,
he's
and
second.
he would be second. Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be third because of the position penalty there.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm gonna make
Alright.
you third.
This thing is fucking not loading quickly enough. It's
Shahan, what's your situation? What's yours? What's
Culper and
a
him.
little long. Yeah, it's me between me and Culper. So I would take Culper, and then I think
Which lap?
on his board. Final lap.
Hey, Sean, just play the video on your thing and record it from your phone.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh yeah, just do that. All right, 2 seconds.
Culper, have you sent your onboard?
Yeah, I sent it.
Where?
My argument. Oh, I
Dude,
sent my WhatsApp.
I'm looking at Culper's on board here, and it looks like it was. I can't. It's hard to say without Sean's.
I'm coming now.
Definitively, but it looked like it was okay from Culper. It was a aggressive move, but it looked like Sean, you might have hit him from what I can see.
I'm about to do it. Hold up.
20.
Yeah, I think you turned into him, bro. I think you turned into him there. I think you turned
into
him.
who?
My argument.
Mahan turned into. Yeah, he made the corner. Culper, it looks like Culper made the corner.
Okay, this is the championship decider, Massey. Just to let you know, depending
Thanks,
on
bro.
what you impose, will decide the championship.
I've only seen Culper's on board, but it does look like he.
Okay, Shahan, get your on board, bro.
Yeah, sending it now.
Just as any good championship.
It does look like it.
I'm Hamilton as well, aren't I?
Flashback, Samira.
Yeah, bro. Fucking Abu Dhabi as well. Yeah, this is like reliving the nightmare again. You know, fucking shit track I'm playing.
Make the right calls, bro.
I am, bro. Yeah, from Culper's on board, it does look like Shahan turns into him. So far, it is in favor of
The safe turn. I thought he fucking dive bombed me, but sure.
I think it was a legitimate dive. Yeah, I think he made the corner. You know, that's my view of it. Culper, bro,
okay.
might.
Sending it now. Discord.
Send mine on Discord.
All right.
There's real bets here as well. There's real side bets at stake.
Fucking hell, man.
Big money.
Yeah, there is one. Wait,
There's
a second.
investors watching us.
Prodigy's fault. This is not what I wanted. How this wanted to end, but it is what it is.
This is how Abu Dhabi always ends, man. A filthy finish to this race, man. Disgusting.
Okay, so Shahan's on. Yeah, this is huge. Can I just give you the context? There's a 10-point difference.
No.
Okay.
Surely just let him make the decision.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
Samiri.
True. Okay.
Fuck it, man. I'm gonna. This is gonna be controversial anyway.
Where's the onboard, Shahan?
He sent it to me privately.
I've gone private to Samira.
Oh, you don't want to show us? You don't want to show us, huh?
Make a decision. Gotta let him make a decision.
Bro, this is fucking hard. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to Carpus again. Carpus, bro, I'm gonna look at yours again.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
you see
made
my
the
point of
corner.
view now,
That's why I
Samira,
argue it.
Oh! I don't know.
I drove a straight line.
You drove straight into me.
I didn't drive straight into you. I was past you.
I think it was a send, but it was a legitimate send, is what I'm thinking. But I think you were already in the process of turning, Shahan. You were like your steering angle was turning into the corner, So that's what I'm seeing so far. I'm gonna have a look at it one more time.
But it wouldn't be a penalty for Shahan though.
It won't be a penalty. It might not be. It might just be a racing incident because no one lost a position here, right? I mean, the argument from Shahan is that it was his track, but I'm more inclined to say it's a racing incident more than anything, because it does look like it was just a Culper was a legitimate stand, and Shahan was turning in. It was just
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything wrong either. So it was just Culper's going straight. His wheel is dead straight. He's just following the. Hold on, Culper, where's your onboard, bro? Did you send it on?
I sent it in. What's it?
Yeah.
Wait, if this incident there's no
Yeah, for Shahan, then that's
penalties,
it. Yeah.
then Red Bull win.
Yeah, look, Shahan's turning into the corner. Culper's wheel is straight. Racing incident.
Racing incident. It's the final call. Does Mercedes want to say anything or defend themselves?
No. What am I meant to say? There was no position lost, so it's not like I'm going to fucking get
No position lost. But hang on, there's precedents to say that position loss only matters if there's 6 penalty points imposed. If there's an avoidable collision cause, there's at least 4 points. And in previous incidents, if you made a collision, like in the last turn into Spa with Nui G and me, then you can give out 1 or 2 penalty points. So if there's collisions being caused by Shahan, just saying.
There isn't. But
Culper didn't lose it.
Appealed.
Yeah, they appealed, bro. Because what happened here was
Mercedes have no argument here.
Okay. Is that
the argument from the argument from Shahan is that he lost the position here. He made it yet. So I think it's no further action.
I made the corner. So it's not like
I made the corner
or anything.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the final standings then.
Is there anything else before we do this? Because there was a whole fuckery in the last corner, right? With safety cars and everything.
Well, Shahan ran into me.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Shahan cops a penalty, but that's it. But he's already pretty low down. And then, I guess that's it. I don't know. Anyone else want to make any incident claims? I'm not making any claim there, but we can do that after the race.
No.
Anything from Mercedes or Red Bull? No, that's it.
So what are the standings now after?
Yeah, the final standings have. I need to double check everything, but the final standings are okay. So we have
These are double points as well. Yeah.
As in, no. It's only it's just because it's a feature race, so it's 16 points for a win. We have Nui G.
Double.
It's not double. Yeah, Nui G finished in first, and then we have Shahan finishing in second. No,
how's that? How did that work?
I thought Culper finished.
Culper was ahead.
Oh shit!
Culper was ahead. Culper was ahead.
Okay, Culper finished second, and then third is Nui Rodder. Yeah. And then fourth is Shahan, right?
Yes, that's right.
Hold on.
Yeah, even with the penalty, that's right. I think. Yeah.
Didn't Rodder finish ahead on the road?
Yes, but he got a position penalty.
So wait, he finished second on the road, so he gets a position penalty. That drops him to third.
Yeah, exactly.
Luigi, Prodigy, Rodder, Shahan.
Yeah. Yes. And then it's me, and then it's Shahan, and the fastest lap point goes to Shahan. Okay?
That sounds right. Yes.
Oh my god! Hold on. Yeah, let me check the other three quickly. And then Texas was. This is all correct, right? Like. Okay, I'm just gonna call it wait, DNF. Who put that there? Oh, Culpa DNF'd in Monza.
Yep.
0 points.
0 points, and that's going to be the decider, guys. The final scores at 310 and 308. Red Bull take the championship. Mercedes come in second.
Oh!
Wait, Red Bull win. Yep, Red Bull take that championship by 2 points.
Good work, Shahan.
Well done, Nui.
Oh, no,
Great work.
Sorry,
Well done
lads.
to Mercedes, to be honest.
Yeah, great work.
Inheriting
Mercedes.
and clinging on to the lead.
Yeah.
He's a Nui.
Do you have any? Let's just have a quick press conference. First of all, to Rodder and Culpa. Rodder, how are you feeling right now? How do you reflect on the whole season and the weekend?
Look, a bit deflated, but I guess I can still keep myself happy knowing Brisbane beat fucking Collingwood. But no, look, it was a good season. Me and Nui were consistent. We're there the whole season, and Red Bull, were on the back of your points. So, is it really a win in the end? But that's my opinion.
Rodder, anything to add?
Yeah, look, obviously feel like we've let our fans down and let our, investors, our constructors down. I think going into today, we were the favourite, I think, to win. And look, man, what can we do? Politics will always, dominate the sport, and look forward to next season. And again, look, well done to Nui G and Shahan. Shahan more so, because Shahan, obviously, improved so much over the season and raced really well. And Nui G, well done, man. You chose the right team to transfer to. So
Wasn't my choice.
that means something. That means something. So
Gotta make good career moves.
Yeah.
Great career move by Nui G to, there should be a picture of Mappa with Nui G on his shoulders,
Yeah, did you want to comment? Did you want to comment on that? They were.
Can't hear Zabi.
Did someone say something? It's gone silent.
Hey, sorry. I was just saying, so obviously we don't want to focus on these little moments throughout the weekend, but you had Mappa supporting, it seemed like, Nui G to take some of those wins, and with Culpa getting a DNF, even if he had finished 7th or 6th, it would have been a draw with you guys probably taking the win for most wins. Did you have any reflections on that, or will this make you hungrier for the championship next season?
Yeah, first of all, thank you to all the fans. Been a great season for me towards the end. Start wasn't that great, but switching teams really, changed things around for me. And big ups to Shahan for driving under the condition he's in. In terms of this weekend's racing, I don't want to get too much into it, but there might have been a bit of slipstreaming going on, but quite happy with this season and definitely hungry for next season.
And Shahan, did you have any thoughts? Obviously, you copped the injury towards the end of the season. And I mean, frankly speaking, you guys were not favourites going into the last weekend. Did you think you could take it home? And did you think you'd finish 3rd in the last race?
No, I think it got 4th in the last race. I thought it
4th, right? Yeah.
3rd. No, it was good. I thought it was a good season. Injuries aside, I thought improvements were good, and just keen to get into next season now and continue the form, really.
And last but not least, Nuan. We have Nuan from Mercedes on. You must be bitterly disappointed, but extremely proud of your boys for putting up such a strong fight. I mean, going into the last race, you were pretty much on par with Red Bull, and in fact, it led at one point as well. So, do you have any thoughts?
Extremely proud of the two drivers, Rodder and Culpa. They amazing season. Very committed, very loyal. Good efforts throughout the season. Shattered at the loss, but regardless, congratulations to Nui G and Shahana Red Bull. We'll be back stronger, faster next year to take the title.
Yeah, and then I was going to say next season you're not guaranteed to get Culper and Rodder in your team, and they've clearly proven themselves as very, very strong drivers, and in particular, very strong driver pairing. Do you have any concerns as to their value increasing and other constructors keeping a key eye on them?
Given how the other constructors were putting their bids in on that weekend, I'm fairly confident we'll still outbid everyone else. As long as Gihan is coming to bid, I'm not worried at all.
What about the Red Bull team? I think the Red Bull duo, Harry and Ray, will be keeping a very close eye on this. In particular, their theory almost got proven wrong by going with the strongest driver and the weakest driver, whereas your one with picking two strong drivers was probably the correct strategy.
Yeah, it was the correct strategy, and it nearly had it. But what can I say? Some unfortunate events on the initial race. Otherwise, it definitely would have well and truly comfortably been ours.
Yeah. Well, huge. Anyone else want to say anything? A big thank you to Zabi for commentating the entire season, and an even bigger thank you to Massey. I don't know if we thank him or not, but he's definitely played a very key, significant role in this season, and will definitely be pulling back the amount of influence he has in the following seasons. But fair to say, this has probably been our most. I did say. Did you hear me? I said thanks,
No,
Zabi. Yeah. Anyone else want to say anything before I wrap it up?
Great race,
thank you,
lads.
Mappa.
Thanks, Mappa. Thanks, Mappa, for
Thanks, Mappa.
everything.
No worries.
Yeah, great effort, Mappa.
All right, lads.
Well done, boys.
Stream is over.